You're watching the Power Hour. The Power. With DJ Larry Jones on Indie Central TV.
All right, you know what time it is. It's time for the Power Hour. I'm your host, DJ Larry Jones, a.k.a. Mr. Important. If you don't know me, you don't know anybody. And I have a special guest, man. Two guys, man. And I've always been a fan of these guys, man. I'm just going to jump right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the R&B soul duo Ruff Endz. Man, what's going on, fellas?
What's good, my brother?
Man,
how you feeling, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. First off, let me say thank you so much for taking the time out and joining me on the show today, man. That's number one. You guys are back with some music that is so hot, man. You know what I mean? The name of the song is called Congratulations. And, tell us about it, man. Tell us about the song.
Good, Dante. Go first, man.
Well, first off, thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
And we definitely appreciate your platform, man. Definitely, thanks for having. Congratulations. It's one of the songs written and produced by us. The whole album is written and produced by my brother, and both written by both of us. Congratulations is most of us have been in situations where person you had feelings for or you wanted to be with wasn't the person for you. So, we person and or make it hard for them to move on, knowing y'all wasn't right for each other and all of this kind of
Right.
like look, we wasn't right. It's a grown man way of coming to terms with your feelings and emotions.
Right. Now we're having just a little bit of audio technical difficulties.
Yeah, I was wondering if you can hear me now, because it was going out on my end as well.
Yeah.
You can hear me pretty good?
I can hear you pretty good. Yeah, I definitely can hear you. Yeah.
I don't know if you need to get closer, Dante, or something.
It might be the bottom of my device over here.
Yeah. We'll bring it closer to you, like so the audio can
I
stay.
think it is. Hold on.
How
is that?
All right, go ahead. Say something. Let me see.
Yo.
That's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better.
So say that last part you said again, bro, because he was going out.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
What was the last part I think I was saying? So basically it's coming to terms with your feelings and emotions in a mature way,
Right.
No matter how old, no matter what your age is grown man or grown woman is how you handle it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people, honestly speaking, knowing y'all not right for each other, but they still need your confirmation to move.
Right.
It's like, being grown and setting somebody free. If you really care, love somebody, they're not right for you or you're not right for them, listen. I know we're not right for each other. You know what I'm saying? We trying to squeeze squares into circles.
Ain't gonna work.
Squares. and let's just be grown man and say, look, it don't fit.
It don't fit. But why do you think people won't admit that? Like, a lot of people just stay in something just to stay in it. I don't know if it's fear of trying to get out of it or what it is, but I've been guilty of that. Stayed with somebody just to, you didn't want to hurt their feelings, so you torture yourself basically.
I didn't do that. I think that could be several things. I know for me,
it's combinations.
It's sometimes for some people, they don't want, when you got to know somebody so well, they like family in a sense, you know what I mean? So
right.
Even though you need to separate the distinction of I love them, but they ain't the one. Sometimes right. there's a distinction between that. And sometimes when you in it and you too close to that person, you can't see the distinction. Right. And so even though it ain't working, it's like this person is still close. You done spend time with them, know them for whatever. And to see them with somebody else is just hitting you a certain kind of way, you know what I mean? And kind of keeps you back in that cycle. You know what I mean? But
Right.
like Dante said, it's the mature thing to realize, what is it? You know, we both are trying to get somewhere, which is happiness.
Right.
And you know, getting back to the question on the song, congratulations, just to add to that what he said, it's like, you know, there's a lyric in there in the song that talks about we was arguing for nothing. This was all a part of God's plan. You know what I mean? Sometimes you caught up in all of this and this, that, and the third. And we've been there. And then as you know, years later, you realize, man, I was spending all this time with this person arguing, doing this and that. I done moved on. I ain't even thinking about them now. And I'm definitely where I'm supposed to be right now.
Right.
And that we've all been there. Like, you know, when you've lived long enough, you realize, like, I done wasted some time with some females and relationships and struggling, when really God was actually leading me the whole time. Yes, I've learned things along the way, but I wasn't supposed to stay. And that's kind of what the song is about, really showing you that there's a plan that's bigger than what you think. And once you realize that, you can, and it's okay to let that person know in a nice way versus being bitter about it like most people are and trying to tear them down and, girl, you ain't nothing.
Right.
And so as a group, we wanted to not come with the same old breakup song that's negative. Right. We wanted to show people that breakup can actually be a positive thing, because, you know, for one door to open, you got to close some doors so that another door can open. Right. You know, so that's it.
Yeah, man. Now, you know, I was talking to Avant a couple of weeks ago, and we was talking about, you know, taking it back to the real R&B. Not saying what's out there now is not real, but, you know, the sound he has, the sound you guys have, you know, it can be appreciated by our, you know what I mean, people who came up on it. Is that something you guys were conscious of, keeping it that real R&B sound?
Definitely we were thinking in that way, but I think it's more or less staying true to yourself. You know, when people say keeping it real, keeping it real for me is like, you know, what are you really about? How do you really sound? How do you really deliver? How do you really write? You know, not being too influenced by the world or something that's new or whatever the case is. You know, I feel like all of it is R&B. You know,
it is. It is.
You can't take away from nothing nobody else is doing. No. Especially when they you know, melanin rich like us. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Right.
I'm not saying nobody.
And we're not supposed to. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to. So, one thing, yeah, I can appreciate all music.
Class. That's what I was saying.
There you go.
You know, because Nat King Cole is a certain class from Ruff Endz. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like Nat King Cole hot. You feel me?
Yeah.
I can't say ours ain't real R&B or R. Kelly's ain't real R&B or such and such or Avance, because it don't sound like Nat King Cole. So it's just a different class. I think we got to change the narrative when it comes to that. Like, it's a class of R&B. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Now, you know, you guys, man, like I said, I've always been a huge fan. But this, when can we see or look forward to the visual to the song? I can't wait to see the visual to it.
Man, we working on that right now. I just got the treatment. Came in. Boy, we're working on that thing right now, man. But the Be the One visual is gonna be coming out next Friday, April 2nd, when the album drops.
Right.
So we got a visual for that. We got 5 visuals for this song, and maybe even more. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have a lot of visuals for this record, because Ruff Endz got a lot of catching up to do. You know what I mean? We've been away for a while, and we want to give our fans some visuals. We got some collaborations as well. A lot of stuff coming down the pipe, man. So we're excited about that.
Right. Let's talk about that for a minute. You guys have been away for a minute. What made you say, you know what? How did the conversation go where you guys said, you know what? I think we need to come back out and do this again. What was that conversation like?
I'll let Dante tell the story. It's vital, man. Our city has a lot to do with it, man. Go ahead, bro.
It was around the time of the uprising. Shout out to Freddie Gray and his family, man. Young man by the name of Freddie Gray, and you know, one of the neighborhoods I grew up in, lost his life, you know, and to the hands of the police. And uprising in Baltimore. The city was on fire. I mean, it was you know, one of them situations that added to the whole George Floyd and the whole, you know what I'm saying? So make a long story short, I started doing shows. I had people calling me like crazy to do shows. I grabbed another guy. I was doing stuff with Cool and the Gang and Slave, and people was start calling and asking about the Ruff Endz stuff, and I'm like, you know, the group ain't active right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you know, people get aggressive when they like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed another young man from Baltimore, you know, pretty dope singer, feel me? We did some shows. So we did a show, and a friend of mine, a videographer friend of mine from New York, she recorded the show backstage on the show, you know, doing whatever. So she called me. She just started, and it was like a snowball, and she just kept going. And I was trying to get a word in. She's like, listen, you needed something. You need to work it out with Dave. The other guy can sing. Hey, don't get me wrong. He can sing really good. And really good. But y'all two different animals on stage. He was like, you can see it. You know, he cared different. Da, da, da. You could tell that this is y'all brand and all this stuff. She was on and on. Like, so I'm in a part of town called Jewish Town. The part of town where a lot of Jewish people left.
Right.
It was a part of the time when a lot of people were out walking their dogs and kids and stuff. I usually don't even walk. So crazy as it sounds, I'm out on the one day. Listen, if any 2 days I probably walk. The one day I probably walked around there. The one day. I'm out walking, I'm on the phone, and she's literally still on the phone going on. And I'm about to say, listen, I'm trying to, and she so look, so while she talking, in my peripheral, I look over and I see a car on it because I'm not near the street. It's like green, it's like beautiful out there. And it's like a walkway. I'm on the walkway and it's like grass. And on my peripheral, I see a car stop. And somebody get out the car, you know, that's that round the way instinct.
Right.
Moving like coming.
Right.
He get out and I see him and my eyes focus and it's David.
Wow.
So while she talking to me about getting Dave back in the group, Dave is running towards me. Like, and I'm like, yo, why you talking to me? Dave got this big smile on his face, running like something out of one of them Puffy videos. You understand? Look, so I switched to Dave. Now, Dave, on your end, what was happening on your end?
On my end, this is crazy, bro. This is why this is divine design. I'm talking about Dante at the same time.
Wow.
I'm in the car talking about, I was reminiscing about something. I'm like, man, I ain't seen Dante in so long. I said, sometimes I walk around, I see Dante everywhere I go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a guy right here. Let's look like Dante. And when I turned the corner, I was still talking about it. I was like, see this guy right here? This guy even look like Dante. And when I said that, that was actually Dante.
Wow.
And I'm like, yo, that's Dante. And I pulled the car over pretty much in the middle of the street. I just pulled over a little bit, but it wasn't even parked. Right. I stopped the car and get out the car and start running towards him. And while I'm running towards him, the girl is on the phone talking about, you need to get the other guy back in the group. That was the beginning of the rebirth right there.
But that was meant to be, man. That was meant to be, definitely.
It's facts all day, man. So that's why we here, man. This is bigger than us, man. You know.
We got together and did a song. Called "Time for Change" for the city. Right after that.
Wow.
You know? Now, what are you guys' writing process like when y'all together? I mean, do y'all just sit and collab together? How does that work? Or do you write separately and bring it to each other? How does that work with you guys?
We mostly collaborate together. You know what I mean? I would do a track. I'm the producer out of the group, so I'll either be playing guitar or do a track or something like that, and then we just vibe to the music. You know what I mean? Dante is a lyrical. When I say he's a lyrical genius, a lyrical phenom that the world, our fans don't even realize. This brother can pretty much go against most of these rappers out here. Real talk. Like off the top, he is crazy. You know what I mean? So and I'm a melody genius, man. That's melody is my world. So you know, we collaborate in it, you know, that's kind of usually how it flows. But you know, we've been around each other so long and we've advanced to, you know,
yeah,
doing
man,
everything now pretty much. You know, he's
come different ways sometimes.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. You guys, like I said, I've always been a fan of you guys, man, from day one. Now this is off these songs because this wasn't actually the first single off the song. I mean, off the project, was it?
no, indeed.
Right. So now the other song. Let's get into the other song. What's the other song about?
Other song was called "Be the One." That's a song I produced, and it was kind of like the last song that I sent to SRG, because the album was pretty much done. Just kind of sound like we talk about the No More Shopping Sprees album, because No More was the last song on that album, and
that song is still getting plenty of run out this way.
Yeah, No More ain't going nowhere, man. Thank God for all the people, and thanks to all the people that's been posting it during the pandemic when COVID-19 was going on. They just gave us another little run there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Where everybody went viral talking about COVID-19, no more shopping sprees, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Be the One was that last song we did. I sent it to him, and he actually said, "Man, that's gonna be the first single."
Yeah.
So it was a record that we wanted to do that was kind of an up-tempo record, but like an up-tempo love song, if you will, up-tempo slow song.
Right.
So something with some feel-good vibe, and you know, it's just self-explanatory, man. You know, just about being the one, being the right person at the right place at the right time. Sometimes you can be at the right place at the right time, but not the right person. And as a man, we realize how important it is, you know what I mean, when you got a girl in your life or you feel like she's the one, that now you want to be the one, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah, man. Hey, I don't want to keep you guys too long, man. I know you on a tight schedule over there, man. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, man. When can we expect a full project out?
April 2nd, man.
April 2nd.
April 2nd, next Friday, baby. And the video for Be the One. It's crazy how you segue into that. The video for Be the One is dropping when the album drops on the 2nd. So pre-order. Make sure y'all pre-order, man.
www.srgstore.com is where you can pre-order the album right now. Pre-order the album at www.srgstore.com. Follow us on Instagram @official Ruff Endz, and tell them what the Twitter is, bro.
The Twitter is The Real Ruff Endz. The Real Ruff Endz on Twitter. Shout out to all the DJs, man. Shout out to all our fans. Shout out to SRG Universal for believing in it. Terry Harvey Management. I mean, definitely shout out to this team. Circle back, the DJs, man. And platforms like yours, hey,
man.
So much, brother.
Yeah, man. We definitely got to give you the love, man, because literally, you know, platforms like yours keep us alive. You know what I mean? Because the big platforms is playing the R&B that we, you know, playing a different kind of R&B. You know what I mean? So, you know, this kind of R&B don't get a chance to break through all the time. So we appreciate you being here, man, and still connecting and still bringing us to the world and our fans, man. We appreciate everything you do for R&B, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, I got to give you guys a shout out for coming back out, doing your thing, sticking together, man. You know what I mean? Brothers. Indeed, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into a couple of your videos right now, man. So which one you want us to play right now? Just pick one we're going to play. We're going to play about 2 or 3 of them.
All right, No More. I guess we can start out what you want to do, bro.
No More.
Love You No More. Where does love go? Where we at?
All right, we just going to, All right, we're going to get into
No More.
All right, there it is. Ruff Endz, thank you so much for joining me, man. It goes down right here on the Power Hour. Peace, brothers.
Power Hour.